Kristen Rome, and I'm Executive Director of Louisiana Center for Children's Rights. The work that we do at LCCR is grounded in a foundation that was set by our parent organizations, Juvenile Regional Services and JJPL. Over the past 20 years, we've solidified our holistic defense model because we know that when a young person commits a harm, it is a symptom of a greater need in that young person's life. And so we've spent the last 20 years building on that understanding and making sure we have an office that fully supports a young person, not just in the courtroom, but also in the community.
LCCR and nobody else had data and information on every single child who received an unconstitutional life without parole sentence. And then because we had that information, we were able to lead the charge on changing the law, offering people a pathway to parole, Kristen testifying before the legislature, giving them data that no one else had that only lives in this organization. So that kind of knowledge and advocacy on a broad scale that we then bring into practice in juvenile court, to me, it strengthens the services that we're able to provide. We understand how critical it is to really, really fight for kids here because we've seen what happens on the other end.
We started as a small office, and last year we served over 700 children across Louisiana. We're now located in the two largest cities in our state, New Orleans and Baton Rouge. One of the hugest wins that spurred the work that we do was JJPL's work to close Tallulah Prison. Tallulah Prison was a notorious youth prison where young people were being assaulted, harmed, and none of their rights were being upheld. JJPL worked to sue that prison and close it down and ensure that nothing like that would ever happen again.
The thing that was exciting about working with LCCR on the amendments was that the message of care and violence prevention came through so clearly to voters that 66% of them voted to defeat the amendment, and that carried the defeat of 3 other very harmful amendments.
After our win with Amendment 3, we launched our narrative change campaign, It Takes a Village NOLA.
Through It Takes a Village NOLA, standing on the values of grace, healing, investment, and working directly with young people in storytelling circles. We have reoccurring conversations with young people in the juvenile jail who are sharing their experiences and sharing how they are perceived, sharing what they need from those of us in the village, the adults, the parents, the policy leaders in their communities. And so this is the step that we have to take in order to elevate, amplify their voices so that we are creating a new narrative for a new generation.
That's the thing that I like about LCCR. LCCR, we work at the express interest of the kid.
Working with them, they give me another chance to be a child, and they understand me for who I am and not what other people see. And just being with them, it gave me a chance to see how it feels to have an actual mother. It's motivation for me to keep thriving and going.
One of the things that I'm really most proud of, I took 2 kids to Chicago to a drone class. They was real focused on it. So focused, when we got back, the guy contacted me hey, that kid wanna come move out here and get in the aviation class. And so he did. They moved him out there, put him in the dome, set up. So that bring me a lot of joy.
It's been an incredible privilege to work alongside and in partnership with LCCR to advance policies around restricting the use of solitary confinement in the state of Louisiana, which many thought that we couldn't do, but we did it. If we didn't have the Louisiana Center for Children's Rights, who would we have?
LCCR was a leader in making sure that people understand that children are children. They remain children regardless of what is happening around us, and especially when things are very tumultuous, especially when rates of violence and crime are increasing. Children are children, and we have to treat them as such.
Every day when we go into court, if we're able to walk a child out of this building, that is a win. And we count the small wins as huge because we know that even the smallest win on behalf of children is transformative. It changes their life trajectory. It helps them know that we see them and we care about them and we're invested in their future. So we count every single thing that we do as a win.
When I think about LCCR, I think about the Nelson Mandela quote when he famously said that there can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children.
So however you choose to support LCCR, whether it's through donations, whether it's through volunteering, or whether it's through following us on social media, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you.